At this hour, at least 17 people have been killed, students and adults. At least 15 injured, and the shooter, 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz, is in custody.
Terrified students hiding in classrooms during the gunman's rampage.
Alyssa, 14, was a student at Stoneman Douglas and a soccer player for Parkland Travel Soccer. Lori Alhadez, Alyssa's mother, told HLN she dropped her daughter off at school Wednesday and said, "I love you." When the mother heard about the shooting, she hustled to school but was too late. Alyssa also attended Camp Coleman, a Jewish sleepaway summer camp. On behalf of the entire Coleman community, we offer heartfelt condolences and prayers for comfort to Alyssa's family and friends. May Alyssa's memory forever be for a blessing, the camp said on Facebook.
Scott Beagle, 35, was a geography teacher that was killed as he tried to usher students into his class. Beagle was described as a hero and a friend. He was also a counselor at Camp Starlight in Pennsylvania. Scott Beagle's memory will forever live on in the minds of Stoneman Douglas students and friends.
Nicholas, a 17-year-old senior, was killed in the shooting, the University of Indianapolis confirmed. He was recruited for the university swim team and would have been an incoming freshman this fall. Nick's death is a reminder that we are all connected to the larger world, and when tragedy hits in places around the world, it oftentimes affects us at home, said Robert L. Manuel, the University of Indianapolis president. Today and in coming days, I hope you will hold Nick, his family, all of the victims, as well as the Parkland community and first responders in your prayers.
Aaron Faze was an assistant football coach at Parkland High School. On February 14th, he was killed when he threw himself in front of students to protect them from oncoming bullets. Faze was 37 and suffered many gunshot wounds and died after he was rushed into surgery. Many say he died the same way he lived, as he always put himself second. He was a kind soul and he died a hero.
Luke Hoyer was a freshman at Stoneman Douglas High School and was killed at only 15 years old. He was a kid who loved basketball and was a fan of the Clemson University's team. He admired NBA stars LeBron James and Stephen Curry. He was looking forward to joining the football team at Douglas in the fall, but he will be remembered as a kid with a great smile and a big heart. Luke Hoyer is survived by his brother, his sister, and his parents.
Kara danced at the Drake School of Irish Dance in South Florida. Kara was a beautiful soul and always had a smile on her face, the dance studio said in a statement. We are heartbroken as we send our love and support to her family during this horrible time. Danny Vogel, a neighbor, posted condolences on Facebook. It is with a heavy heart and much regret that I write these words. Our next-door neighbor's daughter was one of the lives taken too soon by a senseless act of violence at Stoneman Douglas High School. Rest in peace, Kara, and fly with the angels. You will be greatly missed, and we will always love you and celebrate your beautiful life.
Joaquin Oliver, 17. Joaquin was born in Venezuela, moved to the United States when he was 3, and became a naturalized citizen in January 2017. Among his friends, he was known as Guac. His interests included football, basketball, urban graffiti, and hip-hop. An Instagram post dated December 31st was his final social media post, and it was a message to his girlfriend. It said, "Thank you, Lord, for putting a greater blessing than I could ever imagine into my life this past year. I love you with all my heart."
Elena's family said she was vibrant and determined. She had volunteered after Hurricane Irma hit Florida in September. Elena loved to serve, the statement from her family said. She was also part of the Helping Hands program of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. While we will not have the opportunity to watch her grow up and become the amazing woman we knew she would become, we are keeping an internal perspective, her family said. Elena, 14, also a member of the Junior ROTC at her school, a leadership program taught by retired Army personnel.
Jamie, 14, was among the victims according to a Facebook post by her father, Fred. My heart is broken. Yesterday, Jennifer Bloom Gutenberg and I lost our baby girl to a violent shooting at her school. We lost our daughter, and my son Jesse Gutenberg lost his sister. I am broken as I write this, trying to figure out how my family gets through this. We appreciate all of the calls and messages, and we apologize for not reacting to everyone individually. He added, hugs to all and hold your children tight. Skidmore College, where Fred Gutenberg attended, released a statement saying their hearts go out to Jamie's parents and others affected by the tragedy. There really are no words to lessen the suffering that the families of victims are feeling at this moment, but perhaps knowing that we stand with them can provide some small measure of solace, the college said.
Meadow Pollock, 18, was a victim of the Stoneman Douglas shooting. She had already been accepted at Lynn University in Boca Raton. Family and friends gathered together to say that Meadow was a lovely young woman who was full of energy. Condolences were posted on an online guest book kept by Star of David Memorial Gardens Cemetery and Funeral Chapel. Her best friend gathers to say, please say a prayer for the family of an amazing girl I got to call my best friend. Growing up at Meadow Pollock, her life was taken way too soon, and I have no words to describe how this feels. Rest in peace, my beautiful angel. You are and forever will be loved.
Wang, 15. Peter Wang was a member of the junior ROTC program, and his parents owned a restaurant in West Palm Beach. Kelsey Friend, a friend of Peter Wang, found out about her friend's death through images of the scene online and started screaming and crying. Kelsey and other friends said Peter was shot while holding the door to let fellow classmates get to safety. Kelsey says, it's hard to not have him in the hallways anymore, because me and him always used to laugh with each other. He used to make me smile. And now he's gone.
His widow, Deborah, was telling CNN that he was probably the best man when she couldn't go on. She had described Chris Hickson, who was the school's athletic director, as an awesome husband, father, and American. Every one of those kids he thought as his own kid, she said earlier. Hickson, 49, would give students rides or lunch money that, if they needed, opened up his house to them. He just loved being around them and giving them back to the community. Deborah Hickson said, a naval reservist, Chris Hickson, deployed to Iraq in 2007. He loved being an American and serving his country, and he instilled that in our kids, she said. Hickson was also the school's wrestling coach, something that was his passion.
Martine Duke, age 14. Miguel Duke mourned the loss of his younger brother, Martin, and set up a GoFundMe page to help pay for funeral expenses. He was a very funny kid, outgoing, and sometimes really quiet. He was sweet and caring and loved by all his family. Most of all, he was my baby brother, Miguel said on the page. My family and I have no words to describe the event that's happened on this date. All my prayers to the lost ones. My family and I will appreciate anything we can get helped with. Rest in peace, Martin Duke.
Gina Montalto, 14. Gina was a member of the Winter Guard on the school's marching band. The Winter Guard International mourned her death Thursday, saying, unfortunately, one of the victims in yesterday's St. Valentine's Day massacre at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School was a member of the school's Winter Guard. No student should ever go to school afraid, the group said. One of her middle school color guard instructors told the Miami Herald that Gina was the sweetest soul ever. My heart is broken into pieces. I will forever remember you, my sweet angel, Manuel Miranda told the paper. Sean Sherlock, Gina's aunt, posted a tribute on Facebook describing her niece as a gifted artist. I know somewhere in the heavens she's designing the latest and greatest trends and has her art book she always carried with her as well, she wrote. Helena Ramsey, 17, was one of the victims of this shooting. Her family member, Curtis Page, said, Helena was a smart, kind-hearted, and thoughtful person. She was deeply loved and loved others even more so. Though she was somewhat reserved, she had a relentless motivation towards her academic studies, and her soft, warm demeanor brought the best out in all who knew her. She was so brilliant and witty, and I'm still wrestling with the idea that she's actually gone. Alex Shatster, 14. Alex participated in the school marching band and orchestra, playing baritone in the former and trombone in the latter. I felt he really had a bright future on the trombone, Alexander Kaminsky, the director of band at the Parkland High School, said. A GoFundMe page was set up by Alex's family as a scholarship fund. In an effort to continue his memory, this scholarship is being created to help other students experience the joys of music as well as increase security at schools. Please keep Help Alex's Spirit alive, the page said. The money raised will be sent to the Stoneman Douglas Marching Eagles.
Carmen was a National Merit Scholar semifinalist. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas had 10 students qualify as semifinalists for 2018, which is the second year in a row 10 students have qualified, the Eagle Eye student blog said. Carmen was mourned in the community and on social media. Rest in peace, Carmen Shentrup. One tweet said, "Your family is forever in my thoughts and prayers. I'm so sorry."